The next scientific revolution is almost here. Scientists in Australia may have found a way to increase crop yields in a world facing ever-growing risks from floods, storms, heat and drought. Their mission: re-engineering the rice plant. Rice is a staple for nearly half the world's population, yet yields have largely stagnated while climate risks grow. The solution is to supercharge photosynthesis inside rice leaves using genes from corn plants. Corn has a much more efficient process of photosynthesis, and the idea is to copy this inside rice leaves.
It's quite clear that using traditional plant breeding, the annual improvements we're getting in our major cereal crops like rice and wheat are not going to be sufficient for us to produce enough food to feed the global population when it reaches 10 billion people around 2050. So in this centre we've been looking at new technologies and approaches to improve the yield of our cereal crops. Firstly, by leveraging off new technologies, digital technologies in imaging, machine vision and high performance computing to screen many thousands of different rice and wheat varieties for those that perform better. In particular, we're looking at photosynthesis, the process where plants fix carbon dioxide from the air to make sugars, and the efficiency of which they do that process and use incoming light energy. So the two approaches are firstly looking at existing material, very diverse rice material, for example, from across the world, finding the best of the best using these new technologies. Then breeders can take those and combine them. They can link that information to the genomes of those plants and find the genes responsible for the improvements in performance. The second mechanism is to actually engineer plants for superior performance. And this involves taking genes from other species, from maize for example, to supercharge photosynthesis. So we can do that using new techniques in synthetic biology, which is like malting together different genes to produce a new pathway in plants.
Another way to boost photosynthesis is to tweak the genes present in existing crops so that the plants mimic the behaviour of those that are more tolerant to heat or drought, for example. This gives scientists hope that farmers can meet growing demands for food in a hotter and more uncertain world. Professor Furbank and his team are part of the global C4 rice project that is working on creating super rice. Work could lead to dramatic jumps in yields for other crops too. If they succeed, they could increase rice yields by at least 50% and slash fertiliser and water use. It would trigger another green revolution and could mean enough food for a global population of about 10 billion people later this century. But they are racing against time.
We really don't have 20 or 30 years to prototype. We need to have new crop varieties that are climate change adapted and high yielding within the next 10 to 15 years.
The C4 rice project started about 10 years ago, and Professor Furbank is hopeful the supercharged rice could be ready in a decade. The team already has prototype rice plants in its laboratory at the Australian National University in Canberra. These plants contain some of the corn genes needed to transform them into a supercrop.
I'm really inspired by this work. I think that I can see in the growth cabinets where we're producing these rice plants the potential to have a future for world agriculture, the potential to have a real impact on the provision of food for the emerging global population.